We're going to start with the other side of the worksheet. But first I'm going to point out, we're going to start with problem A there. So we're going to use the area model to start with as an option, not a requirement. So you are going to need note paper no matter what method you do. Your homework has to be on binder paper tonight. It will not fit on this. So get out a sheet of note paper, and then we'll set up the problem. When you do a problem like this, you can think of this as, well, two parts, like 2 2/3 times 1 3/4. So the reason I'm not assigning very many of these is this is quite a bit of work to do one problem, but it's really good because it makes you practice your addition and understand multiplication. It just makes you go through all your skills, not any subtraction. So, Jackie, if you looked at this, do you have any idea of how you would start? Like what would you start with, do you think? Yeah, the easiest thing would be to do 1 times 2. So you do each square. In other words, like the next square I could do could be 1 times 2/3 and put that right there, like a multiplication chart. Does that make sense? Yes? No?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what is 1 times 2/3? It's not a trick question. Yeah, Julian. Yeah, it's just 2/3, right? Are we ready? Okay. And so then after you do 1 times 2/3, then you might have to do like the next box, which could be 2 times 3/4. You have to get all 4 boxes, all 4 parts of the big area model. So if I did 2 times 3/4, remember you could do 2/1 times 3/4, or you could work it off to the side if you want. You can use your mental math and do it. Julian, do you have an answer?
Yeah. 6/4 is 1.5.
Right, so it is 6/4. Because 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 4 is 4. And that's the same as 1 2/4, or 1.5. And then the last one, Nolan, what would I have to do to get the last box? Right, 2/3 times 3/4. So times the numerator. 2 times 3 gives you 6. And then 3 times 4 gives you 12. And that's the same as 1/2. So those are the parts. And then the final answer is that you have to add them up. So like these two make what?
3.5.
So 3.5. Good. Plus another half right here. Plus 2/3. So what do you get?
4.
Right, 4 2/3, because these two make 4 2/3. So 4 2/3. So when you look at your worksheet, look for that number and you see the word "the" next to it. So above letter A on the worksheet, you write "the." Okay? So we're going to try D. So for D, it's 5 1/3 times 1 3/8. So on your note sheet, try this problem, and then we'll check and compare answers. Who can tell me how they started? Somebody new. Come on, you guys. I bet Sebastian and Julian they've got this down. Mark. 5 times 1, right? That's the easiest place to start. Okay. Can you do any else? Take it easy, Mark. 1 times 1/3 is 1/3. Okay. And then 5 times 3/8, so you can think of it as 5/1, right? So if, while he's doing that, if you,
Fifth place.
yeah, if you need to see what he's doing in his head, he's
1
doing
and 7.
this to get 15/8, so 1 and 7/8, because 15/8 is, 8 goes into 15 once, and the remainder is 7.
3/8 times 1/3.
3/8 times 1/3. 3/8 times 1/3. What do you get there? Catherine? Yeah. And then what's that reduced to?
212. Wait, no. Sorry, no.
That's all. 3 goes into both.
3/8.
Almost. What is it, Mark?
1/8.
1/8. You got the 8th part. Okay, good job, you guys. Good? So far? So then, Catherine, what could you then do next? Like, what could you do in your head when you look at this? Any?
I'm having difficulties.
Not sure? So like, you could just say, well, that's 6 and 7/8 to start with. Does that make sense? So you could make that your next step. 6 and 7/8 plus another 1/8 plus another 1/3. Do you see what I did? So, like, you have 4 numbers in your area model. You add them up.
I get what you're doing, I can't see the board.
Oh, you can't see the board. Maybe you should come closer. Trade places with Nolan. How about that? So this is, what's this gonna be, Lexi?
It'll be 7.
7 plus 1/3, so your final answer is 7 and 1/3. Then look on the sheet and see if 7 and 1/3's there. Is it? So then, you know you did it right, put the word that matches 7 1/3 up in the riddle. I'm gonna post this as multiplying mixed numbers, okay? And then if you need help, it's less than 10 minutes, you can look at that tonight.